How's it going, everybody? It's C-RadTV back here in our video. So, of course, it's time for one last Detroit Lions 2023 NFL Draft Preview. So, in the last draft preview, we wrapped up all the defensive draft previews with taking a look at the top day 3 defensive back and safety prospects. And this one, we haven't had to do a special teams one in a while, but I think this is one we should address right here. As this one, we're going to be taking a look at a special teams area, and I think the Lions need to address in this draft. Specifically, the kickers. Because as you saw with the Lions last year, Michael Badgley, kicking and field goals and extra points were kind of a struggle, especially field goals, because Badgley missed a number of field goals last year. Hell, even one of his misses cost the Lions a game against the Vikings last year. Kicker was a big issue on the Lions. I feel like it needs to be addressed here. Since the Lions letting Riley Patterson walk away was a massive mistake, because Badgley ain't it. So yeah, we're going to go over a couple kicker prospects here to see who the Lions should target here. Obviously, the best time to target this is probably in the 5th or 6th round, considering there's 2 5th and 2 6th round picks the Lions have. If they wanted to use a pick on a kicker, since a kicker is a pretty big part, because a kicker could be this big factor in if you win a game or not, if you're kicking for a field goal or an extra point or what have you. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some kickers that the Lions should take a look at in this draft. So yeah, let's go. So the first kicker we're going to go over here, hailing out of Maryland, standing 5'11", weighing 191 pounds, we got Chad Ryland. So for Chad's strengths, catches attention with incredible power and evident hit snap in his launch. Career-high 55-yard field goal. Routinely showcase strength. Sailed the ball past the crossbar on kickoffs. Could break into the 60-yard range early on in his NFL career. You know, more than just a big boot. Only needs to refine follow-through to improve his consistency. Misses are more often just offline rather than hook or weak. In terms of weaknesses, though, streaky, but he's not immune to a slump. Missed a field goal in 4 straight games in college. Needs shorter memory to get back to consistently making kicks. From the left hash, he was particularly inconsistent. Had a tendency to push kicks outside the post. Into his kicking motion, bit slow. May need to be quicker off the snap. Could create comfort issues. In terms of NFL comparison, he's been compared to Joey Slye of Washington Commanders. Overall, though, has a pretty big leg. Easily could go 55 to 60 yards. But consistency could be an issue. I mean, if you can get the right coaching, could be someone maybe to keep an eye on, considering his leg is pretty strong. So the next kicker we're going to go over here, hailing out of Michigan, standing 6'1", weighing 207 pounds, we got Jake Moody. So for Jake's strengths, very consistent mechanics, and when in rhythm, he'll be a high-end contributor. 2 times during his college career, he converted on over 90% of his field goals. Big stage doesn't phase him in 2 playoff games. His appearances has gone a combined 4 for 4 in those games, including last year's Fiesta Bowl against TCU. He made a 59-yard field goal, which was a career long for him. And that's also the longest made field goal in the history of the Michigan Wolverines in their entire historic history. That was the longest field goal made. In terms of weaknesses, though, during the 2019 and 2020 seasons, he shared kicking duties with current New England Patriots quick kicker Quinn Nordin. During that time, both kickers struggled with consistency. Moody himself, he struggled a bit over the course of those 2 years when he went 7 for 13. It could raise concerns, but considering how he has been on the big stage the last couple years, he's been able to turn around, though. In terms of NFL comparison, he's been compared to Kahimi Fairbairn at the Houston Texans. Overall, a lot of things to like out of him. Very consistent and everything. Just seems to do a lot of things right. He started his career off slow, but he's finally got it together. Has a pretty good leg. A lot of things to like out of him. This would be a kicker I 100% would consider for sure. He's definitely on my radar. So the next player we're going to go over here, hailing out of Georgia, standing 6 feet tall, weighing 193 pounds, we got Jack Podlesny. So for Jack's strengths, epitome of consistency, right above 80% accuracy, tends to translate for the NFL when that mark is hit over multiple seasons. Automatic in the short game, went 61 for 61 on PATs as a senior. Held a kickoff responsibility. He's only 18, will return into 15 games with Georgia in his senior year. Clutch gene evident, makes a game-winning field goal as a true freshman against Cincinnati in the Peach Bowl a couple years ago. In terms of weaknesses, though, he doesn't offer the same power as peers. His career long's only 53 yards. He lacks a booming leg strength. Although the potential for improvement is evident, against Samford, he shorted a 50-yard, 4-yarder. In the low 50s range appears to be his max distance. And he tends to lose accuracy on longer kicks. In 2022, he was only 3 for 8 on kicks, 40 yards or more, so less than a 50% completion rate there. In terms of NFL comparison, he's been compared to free agent kicker Caleb Sturgis. Overall, though, he's very consistent in the short game, though. But I feel like to have a really good kicker, you got to be good in the short and the long game, too. And, like, he's very good before the 40, from 40 or closer. But 40 on out is where he seems to struggle. And, you know, I feel like you got to be a perfect balance of automatic in the short and very good in the long game. Just not that good in the long game. I feel like there are other kickers you could probably do better with. Like honestly, I feel like Badgley would be a better choice over fucking Podleski. So I'd say pass on Jack. And the final kicker, the final player we're going to go over in this video, we have hailing out of Missouri, standing 5'11", weighing 240 pounds. We got Harrison Mevin. So for Harrison's strengths, bowling ball for kicker in terms of his build. He also proves to have both the powerful leg and the mental fortitude to thrive in a big get-time college football environment. Has a compact leg swing, flies off his foot. A lot longer kicks, fly perfectly end over end with NFL caliber height and distance. Has the leg strength to hit even from beyond of his 56-yard career long. From 50 plus on out in 3 seasons with Missouri, he was 10 for 13. That's just as impressive was his ability to bounce back. 1 week after he pushed a potential game-winning 26-yarder wide right from straight on against Auburn as a senior, he was spectacular in fueling a near upset of Georgia, hitting dead center on 5 field goals, including no doubters from 52 and 56 yards out. And he was also a perfect 102 for 102 on career PATs for Missouri. So he was very good at extra points and automatic there too. In terms of weaknesses, though, he did have some uncharacteristic gas last year. Missed 4 times from inside the 40 and twice from inside the 30. Many teams are going to have a tough time getting past his limited athleticism, and he didn't handle kickoff duties at any point in his college career. Overall, though, for a team that overlooks his beer league soft body type, his power consistent track record, it makes him the best pure place kicker in this draft class. You know, overall, though, a lot of things to like out of him. You know, very good at 50-plus yards on out. You know, definitely could help in a long field goal range. You know, very clutch there. You know, a few gaffes, though, from closer inside, but he was very good on extra points, too. So, very good in that chip shot range. So, yeah, definitely someone I would definitely get down with here. But, yeah, anyway, that'll wrap it up here for this draft preview. So, yeah, that wraps it up, actually, for all the draft previews here. This was the last one. So, yeah, we will have no more draft previews until next year's draft in 2024. But, yeah, anyway, though, there are quite a few interesting kickers and prospects to keep an eye on here for sure. Mainly the 2 kickers I would have on the board potentially to go get are either Jake Moody or Harrison Mevin. Ryland is too inconsistent, and Podleski, I just don't trust Podleski. He just has too many issues and not that good from 40 on out. But Chad Ryland, you know, has a good leg, but very inconsistent, though. Consistency is an issue. But out of both of them, the 2 best ones that have the perfect balance of being consistent and the right mechanics and being good on extra points, short yard situations, and long yard situations. Definitely the 2 best are Jake Moody and Harrison Mevin. I think those 2, if you're going to take a kicker in this draft, I think Mevin and Moody are your 2 best bets. Those are probably the 2 best kickers. I would be 100% happy getting either of those 2. So, yeah, anyway, though, that'll wrap it up here. That's all I'm going to say. Hope everyone's a great day, and I'll see you on all whatever I make next. I do got the Lions free agency recap I'm going to have out probably either tomorrow or Friday. And, yeah, that about wraps it up here. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Hope everyone's a great day. I'll see you on whatever I make next. I'm out. See you all at the draft.